The good thing here at Naish is the diversity of the people working here. With people from Europe, people from the US, and we're like engineers, with all of us with a solid background in water sports. And a group of people is actually making this really creative environment.
I've been doing product development for several years now, working with user-centered design and CAD. Developing products is something that is constantly a part of your thought process. And so the best ideas and improvements, they arise when you least expect.
I started working at Naish in 1989, and every year everything keeps moving forward and progressive, and that's what keeps it really exciting, is everything keeps changing and getting better, and that's what makes it fun.
Docile, review so well, fragile, then you go downhill. Making one forget in time, not time to be refilled. They say if you snooze, you lose. So I spend my days confused. It's because I blaze all day, unfaith and that's on news. If it's new to you, this is Yara, red and the blues. Don't be used to it, running mascara, I refuse.
So to design a new product, we use a lot of feedback from like team writers, but what really matters the most to come up with something better is customer-based feedback. When I get all that feedback, it's usually pretty clear what we need to do. So what I do, I just get to the computer and start designing a new kite. So I had the feedback that the kite was kind of slightly moving in the air. And when I hear a kite slightly moving in the air, what I'm thinking is there's like too much thickness here, so there's a force being created by that profile here that's just a little too big, and it's fighting with the general arc of the kite. So my idea was to make the profile slightly thinner here to cancel this force, having a little smaller down here. And also when I hear once the kite that you want a kite to fly further forward, I'm thinking that we need a profile slightly flatter. So those two things really make sense together. And so I'm just gonna change the profile. This is like the main view of the profile here, center profile of the kite, and I'm just gonna change it to something slightly flatter. So you can see here, and if I put the old one back on, you can see the difference. Blue, the old one, here in black, the new one. So this is what we're gonna try now.
All lost, we all tossed and lost cause. Fire between ourselves, relieve ourselves, and then we all fall through the walls, through it all. Who we are, no denying that I'm not.
Just send the file to the factory and in 10 days get a new kite. So we get in here, and that's when the most important part starts. Just go down to the beach and test it again, and at one point we just get it perfect and it's ready to go.
I've started sketching on an old prototype board. This is to get an idea of the ratio that I'm working in. This board's going to have a triple concave running the entire length of the board in order to improve directional stability and soft landings by dispersing the water in an efficient way. Once the bottom shaping is in the computer with the correct dimensions, I'll start looking at where I can shape the volume of the core in order to control the flex, strength, and weight of the board.
Sorry, after left the scene in their dreams, watching their soul swallow. Left you for more, left the wrong hollow. Many will fall, a lot more will follow. You take drugs to save your mind. You take the wine to forget about.
With all the creative ideas coming out of the office here, we always kind of want to make some new products. So luckily we can use all those cool softwares that are available now to make any kind of part we want, and we can modelize, and before we even try it, before we even make a piece, we kind of know if it's gonna work or not. We can just like do some strength tests before we even get the part. And like for example, making a new bar, you make a new small diameter and you just calculate exactly how it's gonna be. After you've done all the modelization, you just take all the test lab process, and it helps confirm whatever you've tested on a computer, just to make sure that's all right.
In addition to doing computer stress and strength simulations, we've been looking a lot at ergonomic research, as well as research that has been done for determining how products can be designed in a way to fit and accommodate the largest variety of human body sizes.
But no matter what, you know, when you get the part and you calculate everything, you still need to spend a solid amount of time on the water, making sure that it's bomb-proof, that it works as good as you expected. There's no little things that you didn't think about.
Listen, my days confused. It's because I blaze all day and faith, and that's on news. If it's new to you, this is Yara, red and the blue.
Testing the kites is definitely the most fun part of the job for me, and it's interesting. Kiteboarding has gotten in so many different directions, and what the different styles require is super different. So it's fun to try to ride all the different styles and figure out what each one is looking for. And being based on Maui is really awesome because you just have consistent conditions year-round, get all kinds of different weather and wind directions in the wintertime, and swells and flat water, and it's just an ideal place to try kites in all kinds of different and windy conditions.
Comes down to, again, a lot of time down on the beach testing, and May sounds like, you know, a lot of fun, but I tell you, when you test so much every day, it's not like just regular kiting. But, you know, I'm not gonna complain. It's still a good day at the office.